Hi, I just want to share a very short but potentially very powerful idea that I just picked up from this past week's Parsha. So it's interesting because when we talk about the Jews traveling through the desert after we left Egypt, it's often like we think about all the times when they were complaining and all the incidents that happened. And there's actually 38 years of silence where we don't really hear much about their journey. Everything, all these incidences that we hear about, they're really from the beginning of the traveling and towards the end. So this past week we were talking about the end, and that's when the Miriam died, and the well that the Jewish people had to drink water from throughout the desert was in Miriam's merit. So the well disappeared and went away. And so that's when they were really thirsty and they wanted water, and Moshe hit the rock, right? Famous stories. So what's interesting about this is that this is a time of transition. And it was in these times of transitions, in the beginning and the ends of these 38 years, when all these interesting things were happening. And if you think about it, God taking away the well from the Jewish people, it was setting them up for success in the future. Why? It was like building their resiliency. They're about to not have any of these things anymore, right? That they traveled in the desert. They had this cloud all around them, protecting them, and that goes away. And Miriam's well, which gave them water wherever they went, that goes away. And when they go into the land of Israel, they're not going to have any of that. And they have to find their own water and take care of themselves and fight the battles, which Hashem will help them fight. But at the same time, it's a different sense of they have to do something. They have to do more. They can't just rely on everything being spoon-fed to them. So by God taking away the well, He's actually transitioning into this next stage of their lives and helping them to just have this resilience, to be more used to it. And so there's another example of this that we can see in our day-to-day lives. And I never thought about this before, and I think this is so cool. So sometimes Friday night dinner in our house sometimes goes late, and the kids, some of them, usually the older ones, they get tired and they say, "Mommy, can you tuck me in?" And so I say, "Sure." So I go downstairs and I tuck them in, and I'm in their room and schmoozing with them, and it's dark in their room. And then I come back upstairs and it's so bright, all the lights are on, and my eyes, I'm like, it takes a few moments to adjust, right? You know this feeling when the lights just turn on and the lights just turn off, and it takes some time for your eyes to adjust to it. So another time that we have this, but we don't exactly, is every day when the sun goes down and when the sun comes up. The world becomes dark and then the world becomes light again. But it's not a shocking phenomenon to us. Why? Because we have something called sunset and sunrise. As the song goes, sunrise, sunset. And every day, God makes it darker, slowly and slowly and slowly, so everyone can see, oh, it's starting to get dark, the sun is going down, and then it's dark. And every morning, the same thing. We're not just in bed and all of a sudden, poof, it's bright and it's daylight and it's time to wake up. No, it's slowly, a little bit at a time until it becomes daylight. God gives us this chesed, this tool, this graceful transition every day from darkness to light and light to darkness, as just like a gift, so that it's more pleasant for us, that we can get used to it, that we're not so surprised. And it's just something that we could think about every day as the sun's going down. It's one thing to look at it and to appreciate the beauty of a sunset, which it absolutely is. But at the same time, we can also notice not just God is this magnificent painter who paints the sky for us every night, but the fact that He even makes such a thing that it slowly gets dark. We can appreciate it as something that He's doing for us, just to sweeten our lives, to make it more pleasant for us. And it's just something we can take with us. So thank you so much. Hope everyone has a great week.